Hello again. In this video I will be reviewing the Enderman from Jinx. So as always, let's begin by having a look at him. He's very, very, very tall. I have to pull him right back so you can see him all. And very skinny, very different shape to the normal stuffed animal or stuffed toy. That's what it looks like from the side. That's what it looks like from the back, very similar to the front. That's not, the tag is actually quite long and we cut it off, that's why it looks like that. But you can sit down there. The reason he looks like that is he's based on a character from the computer game Minecraft, the Enderman. And the Enderman is in turn based on the Slender Man, which is a not exactly an urban legend, but it was a attempt to create a sort of urban legend, except that it was created as fiction. I'm not sure exactly which website this was, but a bunch of people sort of decided to create a fictional character similar to urban legends about the killer with the hook and so on. And that became the Slender Man, and there were various effects of that. There was a movie about the Slender Man, a horror movie about the Slender Man, apart from other things. And then, of course, in Minecraft, they have the Enderman, and then the Enderman is a fearsome monster that attacks you if you look at it. If it's the way that works is if you're playing the game and it's right in the centre of the screen like that, that counts as looking at it, and then it sort of leaps at you. This guy doesn't do that. He's adorable and very friendly. This one is maybe 3 or 4 years old. This was a birthday present for my girlfriend, I think. The main way in which it has worn is sort of collecting dust. I'll bring it up because it's can't really see it from that distance, but if you look closely, there's a spot there and 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 dust there. It's sort of impossible to clean. You wipe it off and just simply because it's black, everything settles on it. It's always a little bit dirty, but it's most appealing. You can do, because its arms are so long. I like to do this. Folds its arms. It's kind of baby-like, because babies have big heads relative to their body, especially the top of its head. The top of its head really reminds me of a baby's head. When you sort of pat it, it's very similar to patting a... Well, I don't know that I've patted an actual baby's head very much, but it's sort of, I think it feels similar to what I vaguely remember. Apart from the dust problem, the other thing that's happened is that his head was a bit more, his head was sort of more like, it wasn't quite cubical, but it's kind of rounded out. It's kind of getting to be like a sphere rather than a cube. There's also a tiny little bit of wear. There you go, I'll put that up. There's also a tiny little bit of wear on the end of his, those are his legs, and slight bit on his arms. But I mean, none of the stitching has come off. Like, you might think, because this has got quite a lot of weight and flops around a bit, you might think that the stitches around the neck would come off, but no, not at all. And for example, this is there's not much connecting this piece to the torso, but that seems to have held up perfectly well. So it's pretty good quality. As I say, it's by Jinx, Jinx. It's yet another one of the companies that perhaps don't exist anymore, or perhaps they just don't have a website and only distribute through shops. I found this guy on sale on fishpond.com.au, which is an Australian website, and there it was about $115, which would be what, maybe 70 American dollars. That's not including shipping. I didn't look into how much the shipping would be, but so it's obviously quite expensive. Like it'd need to be as we bought it. We bought it as a birthday present. Hopefully for someone who likes Minecraft. My girlfriend was very into Minecraft at the time. She stopped being into Minecraft, but she's still into the Enderman. So I mean, it's not just a novelty. You know, it's not just like you buy it because you like the thing that it represents. It's actually quite a good quality toy in itself. I've just noticed that he's got, I'm not sure exactly what that is, but on his, it's a bit hard to see when I put it in the camera, but just there's some sort of, I'm not sure exactly what that is. It looks like a crease or something, but yeah, I never noticed that before I looked at it closely. So as always, 3 or 4 years in the hands of two adults is not going to be the same as 3 or 4 years in the hands of a kid. Kids are going to treat it a lot more roughly, but you're lucky that you're in the hands of two adults, aren't you? Yeah. But still, you know, apart from the dust problem, I'd say it's held up pretty well. The main barrier is the price. If you know, so a lot of people probably don't have that sort of money to spare at all, and if you do have it to spare, it'd probably be for a very special treat. It wouldn't just be, you know, an impulse buy. It'd be somebody's Christmas present or something like that. But as I say, that's fishpond.com.au. That's an Australian site. If you're in America, I haven't looked. Well, I did look a bit. I wasn't able to find any sites selling them in America. You might, because this is quite old, you might actually have to look at eBay and sort of second-hand sites like that. Fishpond seems to be, well, it seems to have, it seems to have a lot of sort of old and remaindered stuff. I don't think this is still being actively sold, and I think that Fishpond is probably selling leftover stock. So your best bet might be eBay or a similar site like that if you're interested. But I think it's very cute and I recommend it.